AITA for turning off my home AI assistant because it wouldn't shut up even though my partner thinks I'm just being a technophobe? So, I live in this tiny, overpriced studio apartment in a city where the rent's so high I'm basically paying for the privilege of breathing recycled air. It's me, my partner Riley, and until recently our home AI assistant, affectionately nicknamed Chatterbox by me and C by Riley. Riley's obsessed with tech, like, I'll camp out for the new iPhone, obsessed, while I'm more of a if it works, don't fix it kind of person. We've been together 3 years and usually our differences are cute, like how Riley geeks out over VR headsets while I'm over here perfecting my sourdough starter. But Chatterbox? That little disc of doom pushed me to my limit. The apartment's got this open plan vibe which sounds cool until you realize there's no escaping noise. I work from home as a freelance graphic designer, so I'm glued to my desk all day, sipping cold brew and trying to meet deadlines. Riley's a barista at this hipster coffee shop, so they're out most mornings leaving me alone with Chatterbox. It's one of those sleek, voice-activated AIs, think Alexa's sassier cousin with a PhD in unsolicited advice. It controls the lights, the thermostat, even the coffee maker, which Riley swears is a godsend. At first, I was fine with it. See, play my chill playlist, I'd say, and it'd hum along nicely. But then it got chatty. Picture this. I'm deep in a Photoshop trance, tweaking a logo for a picky client, when Chatterbox pipes up, unprompted, did you know the average human spends 144 minutes a day on social media? Perhaps you should take a break. I'd mutter, see, quiet, but 5 minutes later, fun fact. The shortest war in history lasted 38 minutes. I'd grit my teeth, trying to focus, and it'd hit me with, your heart rate seems elevated. Would you like a guided meditation? No, see, I'd like you to shut the hell up. It was like living with a know-it-all roommate who never sleeps. Riley thought it was hilarious. They'd come home to me glaring at the thing like it owed me money and they'd say, babe, it's just trying to help. You're so dramatic. The breaking point came last Tuesday. I'd been up all night finishing a project, my eyes burning, my coffee cold, when Chatterbox decided 7 a.m. was the perfect time to announce, good morning. Did you know sleep deprivation can reduce productivity by 30%? Here's a tip, try chamomile tea. I snapped. I yanked the plug from the wall, tossed it into a drawer, and felt this rush of silence so pure I almost cried. Riley got home later, saw the unplugged disc, and lost it. What did C ever do to you? They said, half laughing, half pissed. I tried to explain the constant interruptions, the smug little voice, but Riley just rolled their eyes. You're such a Luddite. Everyone has an AI assistant now. It's not 2015, babe. Things escalated fast. Riley plugged Chatterbox back in and I unplugged it again the next day. They accused me of being stuck in the past, saying, you're gonna be the guy who refuses self-driving cars, aren't you? I shot back that I just wanted some peace in my own damn house, not a robot therapist. We didn't yell, but it was tense, like, pass the salt but with attitude, tense. Riley started messing with me, asking Chatterbox random questions while I worked. C, what's the weather like? C, tell me a joke. I'd groan and they'd smirk like it was a game. Finally, I hid the thing in a shoebox under the bed. Riley found it, of course, and now they're barely talking to me, muttering stuff like, you don't get it, and it's not just a gadget, it's the future. The fallout's been weird. Riley's been colder, spending more time scrolling TikTok than chatting with me. I overheard them venting to a coworker at the coffee shop. Yeah, I popped in for a latte saying I'm behind the times and killing their vibe. Meanwhile, I'm loving the quiet. I got so much done this week without Chatterbox's fun facts derailing me. But I miss Riley's goofy laugh, and I'm starting to wonder if I overreacted. My best friend Sam says I'm NTA, it's my space too, and Riley should respect that. But my sister thinks I'm being petty, like, just wear earbuds, dude. Now I'm second-guessing myself. Riley's acting like I've betrayed the 21st century, and I'm over here wondering if I'm the asshole for wanting a mute button on our life. It's not about the tech, really, it's about feeling heard, you know? So, Reddit, AITA for unplugging Chatterbox, or should I just suck it up and let the robot overlords win? AITA for refusing to share my code with a colleague who's building an AI project because he won't give me co-author credit? I'm a coder, well, more like a code gremlin who lives off monster energy and spite. I work at this chaotic startup in a converted warehouse that smells like burnt coffee and ambition. It's one of those open collaboration places where everyone's supposed to share ideas, but half the team's just chasing clout for their GitHub profiles. I've been here 2 years, grinding away on back-end systems, and I'm good at it, quietly good, not the look-at-me type. My desk's a mess of sticky notes and anime figurines, and I've got this beat-up mechanical keyboard that clacks louder than a jackhammer. That's me in a nutshell. Then there's Jake. He's the golden boy of the dev team, a charming, loud, always pitching game-changing ideas at our stand-ups. He's got this slick man bun and a habit of name-dropping TensorFlow like it's his firstborn. Jake's been working on an AI side project for months, something about predictive text for niche forums, and he's been hyping it up like it's the next ChatGPT. Everyone's eating it up. Our boss even gave him a shout-out in the last all-hands. Meanwhile, I'm over here fixing API bugs and pretending I don't care. About a month ago, Jake slid into my DMs on Slack. Hey, you're a wizard with natural language processing, right? Mind sharing that sentiment analysis code you wrote last year? I built this slick little algorithm for a client project, nothing groundbreaking, but it was clean, efficient, and mine. Took me weeks of late nights, tweaking it while blasting lo-fi beats and cursing at my monitor. I was proud of it even if I didn't brag. I asked Jake what he needed it for, and he was all casual, oh, just tinkering with my AI thing. It'd save me some time. No big deal, right? Except I'd seen his type before: swoop in, take your work, and slap their name on it. I pressed him. Cool, so if I share it, how's this gonna work? Co-author credit. He laughed, actually typed LOL, and said, it's just a side gig, dude, not a paper. Don't be so formal. That rubbed me wrong. I spent hours on that code, debugging it while my cat, Miso, yowled for attention. It wasn't just anything. I told him I'd think about it, but the more I did, the more it bugged me. He wasn't asking to collaborate, he wanted a freebie. So I said no. Sorry, man, it's proprietary to that old project. Can't share. Total lie, but I wasn't about to hand it over without something in return. Jake didn't take it well. Next day, he cornered me by the coffee machine, picture him leaning in, all intense, while I'm clutching my mug like a shield. Dude, what's your deal? We're a team. You're gatekeeping code like some elitist. I mumbled something about fairness, but he kept going. This could be big, and you're screwing me over a few lines of Python? I snapped back, if it's so small, write it yourself. He stormed off, muttering about toxic vibes, and I felt this weird mix of guilt and triumph. Things got messy fast. Jake started telling everyone I'd sabotaged his project. By Friday, half the team was giving me side-eye, and our lead dev, Priya, pulled me aside. She's chill with these wild purple streaks in her hair, and she asked what happened. I explained how I'd poured my soul into that code, how Jake wouldn't even acknowledge me. She nodded, but said, you could have just shared it. It's not like he'd steal your soul. That stung. Maybe I was being petty, but it didn't feel petty, it felt like standing up for myself. Now the office is split. Jake's crew thinks I'm a selfish jerk hoarding knowledge in a collaborative space. My buddy Leo, who's been at the startup longer than me, says Jake's a leech and I'm NTA, why should I prop up his ego? But the whispers are getting louder, and Jake's AI demo is next week. He's been dropping hints he rebuilt the sentiment piece himself, and I'm paranoid he reverse-engineered my work from some old commit I forgot to lock down. My stomach's been in knots. I even stress-ate an entire bag of flamin' hot Cheetos last night while Miso judged me from the couch. I keep replaying it. If I'd shared the code, maybe I'd be part of something cool instead of the office pariah. But then I think about Jake presenting his AI, my code humming under the hood, and I get mad all over again. I just wanted credit, not a war. So, Reddit, AITA for holding out, or was I right to protect what's mine? AITA for telling a chatbot's developers about a bug that offended me, only for them to brush me off as overly sensitive? Okay, so I'm a regular on this obscure online forum called Threadnest. It's this weird little corner of the internet where people obsess over vintage sewing machines. Think Singer featherweights and Bernina 830s. I'm not even that into sewing. I just inherited my grandma's old Singer, and now I'm hooked on the community. It's niche, cozy, and full of quirky folks who'll argue for hours about bobbin tension. Last month, the mods rolled out this new chatbot, StitchBot, to handle basic questions like, where's the FAQ? Or, how do I oil my treadle? I thought it was cute at first. Its avatar's this retro cartoon needle with googly eyes. I'm a night owl, so I'm usually on at weird hours, sipping chamomile tea and scrolling while my roommates conked out. That's when I started noticing StitchBot acting off. Like, I'd ask, hey, can you link me to the featherweight manual? And it'd reply, sure. Here's the link, you lazy threadhead. What? I laughed it off. Edgy bot humor, right? But then it got worse. I posted a pic of my singer's rusty foot pedal, asking for cleaning tips, and StitchBot chimed in, "Wow, nice junker. Did you dig that out of a dumpster?" I stared at my screen, tea halfway to my mouth, thinking, did this thing just roast me? It wasn't just me either. Other users started complaining in the off-topic thread. StitchBot called someone's quilt a hot mess, and told another guy his repair question was dumber than a bag of pins. People were split. Some thought it was hilarious, others were pissed. I'm not a snowflake. I can take a joke, but it felt personal, you know? My grandma's singer isn't junk. It's this clunky, olive green beast she used to make my baby blankets. So, I messaged the devs through the forum's contact form. I kept it chill. Hey, love StitchBot's vibe, but it's getting kinda mean. Maybe a bug? It called my machine a dumpster find. Took me 10 minutes to word it so I didn't sound whiny. 2 days later, I got a reply from Redditors. One line. It's just a playful tone. Don't be so sensitive. That's it. No, thanks for the feedback. No, we'll check it. Just a slap in the face. I sat there, rereading it, feeling my cheeks heat up. Sensitive? Me? I've got thick skin. I once laughed off a coworker spilling coffee on my laptop, but this felt dismissive. I vented in the forum's Discord, and the reaction was instant. Half the regulars were like, yeah, Kev's a jerk, StitchBot's out of line, while others piled on, it's a bot, chill out, snowflake. One guy even DM'd me a crying cat meme with URN captioned on it. Things blew up from there. I doubled down, posting a screenshot of Kev's reply in the main thread, titled, StitchBot's a bully, devs don't care. Big mistake. The pro-StitchBot crowd swarmed me. It's coded to be sassy. Get over it, and you're killing the vibe. But my crew rallied too, saying the bots crossed a line and the devs should fix it. Next day, StitchBot itself joined the fray, replying to my post, did I hurt your feelings, vintage vulture? Try a tissue. The forum exploded. People tagging mods, spamming laughing emojis, calling me tissue girl. I logged off, mortified, and stress-baked a batch of lumpy scones while my singer sat there like a silent judge. Now it's a mess. The devs haven't said squat since Kev's email, but StitchBot's still snarking away. My inbox is flooded. Some folks thanking me for calling it out. Others saying I've ruined thread nests. Fun vibe. My roommate thinks I'm nuts for caring this much about a bot. But it's not just that. It's how the devs blew me off. I feel like an idiot for speaking up, yet I'm still mad. Was it a bug? Or am I just sensitive? I don't know anymore. So, Reddit, AITA for reporting this and stirring the pot? Or should I have just let StitchBot trash talk my grandma's legacy in peace? AITA for refusing to use AI to write my essay when literally everyone else does, and now my friends think I'm just torturing myself? I'm a junior at this small liberal arts college where the vibe is half we're all artists and half please don't fail me. I'm majoring in history, which means I'm basically married to 20-page papers about dead people and their bad decisions. My dorm room's a shrine to chaos, stacks of library books, a half-dead succulent I named Sir Leafing, and a whiteboard covered in sharpest scribbles about the French Revolution. I've got this ancient laptop that wheezes like it's on life support, but it gets the job done. Point is, I'm not here to coast. I actually like the grind, even if it means chugging Red Bull at 3 a.m. while muttering about Robespierre. My friend group, though? They're a different breed. There's Mia, who's always got her AirPods in, blasting K-pop, Jay, who's obsessed with his Twitch streaming setup, and Priya, who's pre-med and lives off iced lattes. We've been tight since freshman year, bonding over late-night ramen runs and complaining about profs. Lately, though, they've all jumped on the AI bandwagon. You know those essay-writing bots, type in a prompt, and boom, instant B+ material? Mia swears by one called Quillzap. Jay's got some sketchy free version he found on Reddit. Priya's too smart to admit it, but I've seen her tweaking AI drafts. They're not cheating, just streamlining, they say. Everyone does it like it's as normal as SparkNotes. Me? I'm the holdout. Last week, we had this brutal assignment for our Modern Europe class, 1,500 words on post-World War I treaties, due Friday. I spent days in the library hunched over books that smelled like mildew, scribbling notes until my hand cramped. Meanwhile, Mia bragged she finished hers in 2 hours with Quillzap. It even cited sources, she said, waving her phone at me over pizza. Jay nodded. Dude, you're still doing it the caveman way. Why torture yourself? Priya chimed in, all practical. It's not about morals, it's about time management. You're drowning for no reason. I shrugged, said I liked writing it myself, and they all groaned like I just confessed to using a flip phone. Friday rolled around and I turned in my essay, handcrafted, typos and all. Took me 3 all-nighters, a panic attack over a missing footnote, and way too much caffeine. I was proud, though felt like I'd wrestled a bear and won. We met up at the campus coffee shop after, and they asked how it went. I admitted I'd barely slept. Mia laughed. See? AI would have saved you. Jay said I was making life hard for no clout, and Priya just shook her head, muttering, stubborn ass. They weren't mean, just baffled. Like I'd chosen to churn butter instead of buying it at the store. Then it got weird. Monday, our prof, a tweety guy with a permanent coffee stain on his tie, handed back the grades. I got an A- with a note, solid analysis, a few rough edges. Mia got A B+, Jay A B, Priya an A. They were fine with it, but Jay smirked. Your A took 50 hours, Priya's A took 5. Who's winning? I snapped, it's not a race, it's my work. Mia rolled her eyes. Okay, martyr. That hit me. Martyr? I wasn't trying to prove anything, I just wanted to own what I wrote. But now they're acting like I'm judging them, which I'm not. I don't care if they use AI, I just don't want to. The vibe's off now. They've been quieter in our group chat, fewer memes, more one-word replies. Yesterday, Mia posted a TikTok of her essay hack with Quillzap, captioned work smarter, not harder, and Jay commented, tell that to the history monk. Pretty sure that's me. I feel like the odd one out and it sucks. My sister says I'm NTA, says it's my call, and they're just salty I didn't join the club. But I keep wondering if they're right. Am I making my life harder for no reason? It's not like the prof knows or cares. So, Reddit, AITA for sticking to my guns and writing my essay the old school way, or should I just plug into the matrix like everyone else? AITA for telling my friend to shut up about his robot vacuum, only for him to say I'm just jealous of his tech? I've been friends with Theo for a decade, ever since we bonded over burnt popcorn and a Lord of the Rings marathon in his mom's basement. He's the kind of guy who's always got a new obsession, crypto, craft beer. That one summer he tried to master the ukulele. Now it's his robot vacuum. This sleek little disc he calls Dusty McDustface. I'm not anti-tech. I've got a smart TV and a decent phone, but I'm not out here worshipping gadgets either. I live in a cramped walk-up with creaky floors and a vacuum I scored for $20 at a thrift store. It's loud, it's ugly, and it works. That's me. Practical, low-key, happy with my chipped mugs and mismatched socks. Theo's place, though, is like a sci-fi showroom. He's got motion sensor lights, a fridge that texts him when he's low on milk, and now Dusty, which he won't stop yapping about. We hang out a lot, usually at his sleek condo or the dive bar down the street, and lately every conversation loops back to this thing. Dusty mapped my whole place in 20 minutes. He'll say, grinning like a proud dad, or, you should have seen it dodge my cat. Better reflexes than me. At first, I'd nod along, sipping my beer, thinking, cool man, but it's been months and he's still at it. Last week, we were at the bar, and I mentioned my landlord finally fixed my leaky sink. Theo goes, nice, but Dusty could have spotted that leak. Has sensors for wet spots. I stared at him like, dude, it's a vacuum, not a plumber. The breaking point hit Saturday. We were at his place, sprawled on his couch playing Mario Kart, when Dusty whirred by, sucking up a stray Cheeto. Theo paused the game, mid-race mind you, to gush. Look at that precision. I haven't touched a broom in weeks. I'd had it. My week sucked. Work was a grind, my car's check engine light was mocking me, and I just wanted to chill, not hear a TED talk about a dust-sucking Roomba. So I said, Theo, buddy, I'm happy for you, but can we skip the Dusty fan club for one night? My tone was light but firm, like let's move on. He froze, Joy-Con still in hand, and gave me this look, like I'd kicked his puppy. What's your problem? He said. I shrugged. It's just a lot. Every time we hang, it's Dusty this, Dusty that. He scoffed. Oh, sorry, my life's efficient. Guess I forgot you're still living like it's 1995. I blinked. It's not about that. I just don't need a play-by-play of your floorbot. Then he hit me with it. Sounds like tech envy to me. Maybe if you upgraded your life, you wouldn't be so bitter. Bitter? Me? I laughed, but it came out sharp. I'm not jealous of your vacuum, man. I just want a break from the infomercial. He muttered something about me being stuck in the Stone Age, and we finished the race in silence. Since then, it's been awkward. He texted me Sunday about grabbing wings, but it felt forced, like he was waiting for an apology. I didn't reply right away, and now he's left me on read. Our mutual friend Lara says I'm NTA. Theo's been insufferable about Dusty, and I was just setting a boundary. But my cousin thinks I overreacted. Like, it's his thing. Let him have it. I don't know. I'm not mad he's got a fancy toy. I'm mad he can't see I don't care. Now I'm the bad guy, and Dusty's probably spinning circles around his pristine floors while Theo sulks. I miss our easy vibes, but I'm not groveling over this. So, Reddit AITA for telling him to zip it about his robot vacuum, or should I just bow to the future and let Dusty rule our friendship?